contributions which are only employee and no employer contribution is made, in such cases, that amount is raised to 5 lakhs. And then this question about ULIP, where insurance gets linked to the unit. We have segregated that because we wanted to bring in parity for investment with mutual funds as related to the units also. So when units, which is also like mutual fund related fund, and that gets linked up with insurance, we've tried giving a equal treatment. Honorable Member Supriya Sule also spoke about the long staple cotton. The delegation also has met me, but I need to state some facts about cotton here, ma'am. Sorry, I'm taking a bit of time. Actually, cotton imports in this country, the duty was raised from nil to 10% some time ago. And there is some growing of even long staple cotton happening in India. So it's not as if it's completely without, we don't have long staple cotton and therefore taxing us will become disruptive of the industry. No, it's not. And also the fact that long staple cotton is used for very few items of export. The delegation has met me. I'll try to see what I can do about it, but it is not as if we brought this without much of a thought or mind application. I just wanted to explain that to you, ma'am. You have also, Honorable Madam Supriya Sule has also raised this question about Defence Modernization Fund. The answer that I had given earlier is the answer I give you now. We had in principle agreed to it, but no particular details have been worked on it. If the Finance Commission has not recommended a certain formula, the fear that it might be imposed on the states is not well founded at all. We have not taken a call as yet in any case. Yes, I think I found the cotton related inputs. The import data which we have reveals that all kind of cotton is getting imported in India from large number of countries outside, and it is not true that only one particular kind of cotton, which is the extra long staple cotton, which is being imported. That's not true at all. You can't distinguish long staple from short staple cotton because they don't have two HSN different codes. India is producing good quantity of cotton, including certain quantities of extra long fiber cotton. Imposition of cotton or duty on cotton shall provide much relief for the farmers, which I have explained to you earlier. Member Hasnain Masoodi ji, 74% of insurance, 74% opening up or lifting the ceiling of FDI in insurance will help private insurance. Because they are out there in big numbers. I explained that yesterday. They are running short of resources. They don't have enough money in the market to be raised for meeting their developmental expenditure. So that is more towards those private insurers who have come into this country post 2015. The other information is LIC. I got the impression, correct me if I'm wrong, that you tried bringing in LIC into that debate. LIC's IPO is for retail investors in India to buy it. In India, retail Indian citizens having a share in LIC is what the IPO is for. That and the FDI are totally different subjects. In fact, yesterday I kept saying, yesterday's FDI related response and the bill had nothing to do with LIC at all. So I want to highlight the fact that they are two different issues. And also one thing which again I want to repeat in the context of Honorable Member Masoodi raising issues here, the government through the budget has announced a strategic sector policy through the policy of public sector enterprises. Financial companies, insurance companies, and banks are all recognized as being part of the strategic sector where the public sector enterprise presence will continue. Public sector enterprises will still be there because bare minimum presence at least of public sector will be in those sectors which have been identified as strategic sectors. Of course, for rationalizing, we may amalgamate them. Of course, after amalgamating so that they get the scale, there may be one or two who may not be able to amalgamate. We'll have to see how disinvestment can work on them. So strategic sector includes insurance, includes financial institutions like banks and so on. I'm almost coming to the end so that members know that my reply is not for too long. Honorable Chairman, you've been very kind. You gave me a lot of time. I just want to highlight the fact which I did say earlier. Many MPs have raised issues related to GST. There are frequent changes in the GST law and procedures, imposition of late fee, provisions like attachment of property, and so on. I just want to reiterate the fact that the changes in GST law, procedure, rates are all decided at the GST Council. It's not just me. These recommendations are made by the Council. And after extensive discussions, only then and detailed examination of the recommendations are done through the various committees which are in the GST Council. So it is, I think, important to take into consideration that the GST decisions are very clearly taken by the Council and not the Finance Ministry. Minority affairs. There were very many members who said, no, this has nothing to do with the finance bill, but the budget. At that time also I answered this question, but this seems to be a point which gets repeated. I want to explain it. The allocation for minority affairs has not come down. Let's be clear, please. 1920, the actuals for minority affairs was 4,431.65 crores. And what is it in the BE now? 4,810.77 crores. So it's not come down. The BE in 2021 may have been 5,029. But based on the utilization, the RE is only 4,005 rupees only, 5 crores only, just 4,000 crores. And even over that, I've given 4,810. So let's have this comparison with a bit more details looked into. I'm not getting into the detail of which state has dues from the GST Council. Every state. Honorable Chairperson, sir, if you just allow me 3 datas which I can read out, so that honorable members who come from the various different states are informed. Sir, Honorable Chairperson, sir, GST compensation, because it interests all members, I would like to just say this as my concluding. GST compensation due from April 20 to January 21. April 20 to January 21, 2,17,844 crores. Back-to-back loan released to states to meet compensation shortfall, 1,10,208 crores. compensation to be released from compensation fund in March 2021, which is this month, before the end of this month, is 30,000 crores. So compensation likely due to states and union territories in the financial year 2020-2021 is 77,636. So let this be in the back of our minds. The breakdown by states is with me. There were particularly loud calls for Maharashtra. I would like to say the GST compensation pending to be released to the states list, which I've read out for the total. Now I'm just telling for Maharashtra, I'm not saying for the other states. Maharashtra, 32,295, that's the compensation due from April 20 to January 21. 11,977 crores have been released to the state of Maharashtra through special borrowing to meet the short release of GST compensation. So that also to be taken on board. Sir, last was Shri Pinaki Mishra, who spoke about disinvestment. You don't have a record. Earlier, what you claimed you didn't achieve. I fully concede that. In a year where your disinvestment was to be achieved, but when the markets were tepid, we couldn't move because in the year 1920, there were also all kinds of stress in the market, so I couldn't see a prospect of being able to successfully engage in disinvestment, so that year the figures were not achieved. I'm hopeful now because post-Corona and even during Corona, we saw the way in which the market has been buoyant. So I'm hopeful that I'll be able to achieve. On the tax base, you are right. We are trying to simplify the returns and also simplify the filing procedures so that people are attracted towards getting on board and be compliant. Tax rates are also being brought down. Tax disputes, I think we have spoken quite a lot on it, are being settled through various schemes. We shall continue in that mode. Some with Vivad Se Vishwas dates are also being dealt with. Some of the compliances for the startups have also been extended. I think largely, there was one question Honorable Member Amar Singh raised about agriculture ka amount ghata diya. No, I said this even on that day when I was replying. 10,000 crores kam ho gaya hai. कम नहीं हुआ. हम बंगाल को, वेस्ट बंगाल को मन में रखते हुए 10,000 करोड़ बजट में प्रोविजन कर रखा था. बंगाल से किसान का लिस्ट नहीं पहुंचा, इसलिए बंगाल किसान को पैसा नहीं मिला. वो अमाउंट वैसे की वैसे पड़ा हुआ है, इसीलिए वो कम नहीं हुआ, अमाउंट पड़ा ही हुआ है. So I want you to be clear. There's one issue, Danish Ali ji, I've responded to you. Don't keep. नहीं, आपके आवाज इतना भगवान की कृपा से तेज है, मेरे से नहीं होता है. आपको चिल्लाना, इक्वली चिल्लाना नहीं होता मेरे से. Sir, Honorable Chairperson, sir. I want to, on the issue of minority budget, I think, Honorable Member Syed Imtiaz Jaleel raised an issue on minority budget. I have answered that. But one point on which I would actually like the Honorable Member to stand up for this House. He referred to, don't take only those reports which are in your favor, because Moody's report was referred to by Hamare member Kotak ji. And he referred to the Freedom Report and said, नहीं, उसका भी आप संज्ञान में लेना चाहिए. संज्ञान में लेके ही Ministry of External Affairs उनको सटीक जवाब दिया है फ्रीडम रिपोर्ट का. मगर मैं मेंबर का मदद चाहती हूँ एक विषय में. कम से कम वो फ्रीडम रिपोर्ट वाले को, जिसका जिक्र आप इधर कर रहे हैं, उनको कह दीजिए भारत के नक्शा मैप जो गलत उन्होंने उनको उनके वेबसाइट में, उनके रिपोर्ट में डाले, उसको करेक्ट कर लें. आप उसमें मदद करिए इस हाउस को आप मदद करिए. जिस फ्रीडम का जिक्र इधर कर रही है, नहीं, आप बैठ जाइए, रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हूं. नहीं नहीं, आप जिस रिपोर्ट का कर रहे हैं इधर, आप उनको कह दीजिए। आप ऐसे क्यों नक्शा बना रहे हैं? और जिस थिंक टैंक ने हमारे नक्शा तक सही नहीं बनाते हैं, उनको जिक्र आप इधर क्यों कर रहे हैं? इस हाउस में कम से कम एक मत होना चाहिए। Thank you, Chairman, sir. I think I've responded to majority of the members. I wish the bill pass.
Chairman साहब, thanks for kind words, मैम, जो आपने बोले हैं। लेकिन ठीक है, बहुत भाषण भी अच्छा था, आवाज़ भी अच्छी थी, लेकिन सारी दुनिया का, हमारे देश के लोगों का ध्यान सिर्फ आपकी स्पीच पे पेट्रोल डीजल, वो आपने टैक्सेस की बात की, लेकिन सिलेंडर तो मैम कोई स्टेट टैक्स नहीं लगता। सिलेंडर क्या करें, महिलाएं क्या करें आपके खाली सिलेंडर को, उसका रेट क्यों बढ़ाया, उसके बारे में एक भी लाइन नहीं। और बाकी जितने एमपी बैठे हैं ये तो गरीब एमपी हैं। एमपी लैंड की बात, दोनों चीजें, सिलेंडर खाली पड़ा है सबके घर में, गाड़ियां सब आम आदमी की गाड़ियां गैराज में लगी हैं, स्कूटर, थ्री व्हीलर, लूना सब खड़े कर दिया आपने। कहां से बड़ी बड़ी बातें तो हम तब करेंगे जब आदमी का।
प्रश्न यह है कि विधेयक पर विचार किया जाए, जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में वो हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में वो ना कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हवालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हवालों के पक्ष में हुआ। विधेयक पर विचार करने हेतु प्रस्ताव को स्वीकृत किया गया। अब सभा विधेयक पर खंडवार विचार करेगी। प्रश्न यह है कि खंड 2 विधेयक का अंग बने, जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में वो हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में वो ना कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हवालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हवालों के पक्ष में हुआ। खंड 2 विधेयक का अंग बना। माननीय मंत्री जी, संशोधन क्रमांक 19।
I move the amendment, sir.
प्रश्न यह है कि माननीय मंत्री जी द्वारा प्रस्तुत संशोधन संख्या 19 को स्वीकृत किया जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में वो हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य के विरोध में वो ना कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हवालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हवालों के पक्ष में हुआ। संशोधन स्वीकृत हुआ। प्रश्न यह है कि खंड 3 यथा संशोधित विधेयक का अंग बने। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में वो हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में वो ना कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हवालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हवालों के पक्ष में हुआ। खंड 3 यथा संशोधित विधेयक का अंग बना। प्रश्न यह है कि खंड 4 विधेयक का अंग बने। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में वो हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में वो ना कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हवालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हवालों के पक्ष में हुआ। खंड 4 विधेयक का अंग बना। माननीय मंत्री जी प्रस्ताव प्रस्तुत करें।
I move the motion.
प्रश्न यह है कि माननीय मंत्री जी द्वारा प्रस्तुत प्रस्ताव को स्वीकृत किया जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में वो हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में वो ना कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हवालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हवालों के पक्ष में हुआ। प्रस्ताव स्वीकृत हुआ। माननीय मंत्री जी अब संशोधन संख्या 20 प्रस्तुत करें।
I move the amendment, Chairman.